on Max Host Digital and virtually on Max. Today, I want to talk about Facebook marketing, and I want to specifically focus on Facebook page versus Facebook group and the value in the Facebook groups. First of all, I will mention a few technical differences between Facebook group and Facebook pages, and then I will describe the opportunities that you have in Facebook groups and Facebook pages, and then you can decide what the best option for you for generating leads and bringing new customers and increasing and growing your business, okay? Then you will be able to understand, to make a decision about where to invest more of your money, more of your time, more of your resources in order to grow your business. So let me start with Facebook page, okay? A Facebook page is just like another mini website. It's like a business listing in a directory, okay? And it's a place where the public can come and find more information about your business. So you can include things like your contact information, an About Us section where you put a summary about your business, and then some information. For instance, with COVID-19, you could update your availability. You can talk about some of the upcoming events and products and stuff like that. Of course, you can run some ads, Facebook ads, out of your Facebook page, which you cannot do out of Facebook groups, at least for now. Okay, so you can include all sorts of information about your Facebook page, and you really don't have to spend a lot of time and resources to maintain it. After initial setup, the Facebook page is there, and you don't need to invest too many resources to manage it, okay? But it's great to have. I recommend every business, small and big, to have a Facebook page, okay? But if you're planning to launch any kind of Facebook advertisement, like I said, again, I strongly recommend all businesses to get a Facebook page, okay? Because you don't want to run your advertisement from your profile, okay? You want to run them from your Facebook page so that it looks like it's coming from your business rather than from your personal profile, okay? Over the years, the last 5-6 years, Facebook pages have evolved. In the past, it was said that, just keep publishing, posting things on your page several times a day, and then you will gather an audience, and then you can sell your products and services to them. But today, Facebook as a company makes over $7 billion in revenue annually. How do they make that kind of money? I'm going to tell you, Facebook ads, okay? So now Facebook has been pushing more and more Facebook ads, and then restricting more, increasingly reducing the organic reach opportunities that we used to have on Facebook pages, okay? Even on your personal profile. You can have 5,000 friends on your personal profile or Facebook page, fans, but when you publish something, it's less than 2% of people who will be organically reached. So things have changed, okay? It's just a tiny fraction of the people who follow your page who will be reached organically. So is Facebook page really good to generate leads and new customers, new prospects? The answer is I don't think so. So don't count on creating a Facebook page and then expecting that you're going to reach more and more people organically. It's increasingly very difficult or virtually impossible to accomplish that. If your reach uh, rate is probably about 1 or 2%, it's not worth the effort. So that's how Facebook makes the $7 billion revenue in a year, because now they want you to run Facebook ads out of your page in order to reach your audience. So you can create a Facebook page in maybe 15 minutes, put in some pictures and write some descriptions, and then you keep it a little bit more or less updated every week or maybe several weeks. There's not much going on there, all right? Facebook, in the contrary, is much, much, much more valuable to your business than a Facebook page. Okay, remember what I just told you. Organic reach on Facebook has totally disappeared, virtually disappeared. The only place where you can still get organic reach is in a Facebook group. Okay? Organic, and you cannot run ads in a Facebook group, but you can reach your audience in a group organically if you know how to manage it. Okay? So I will be talking about some of the strategies and techniques for being able to generate engagement in the group. Okay? So a group acts more like a forum, an online community, a group of people, especially if you create a group around a topic, around a theme. Okay? So for instance, on Maxos Digital, we have a group called Social Media Marketing Tips and Ideas to help grow your brand. We have another group, the Digital Revolution and SEO Forum. Okay? So even though we are a company, a business, we have a number of groups. Okay? So we keep those groups topically focused. There is a strategy behind that. Okay? Facebook is, Facebook is all about engagement now. Facebook doesn't want people to go, they just want people to come on Facebook and spend as much time as possible. I told you that on average, an average person spends about 2.5 hours every day on social media. So Facebook wants you to stay there on Facebook. So they don't like it when you publish your links to get people out of Facebook and to your website. They're not happy about that. So the group is where the engagement takes place. And from the perspective of a business owner, I don't look at engagement only in terms of group members engaging with what I publish. I want group members to engage with one another. I want them to communicate. I want them to interact. It's a community. That's the purpose of a community. But you have to learn how to turn your Facebook group into a community, into an amazing place where people can help each other out. It's not going to happen naturally. People should come to the Facebook group and ask questions, and then other members can answer their questions. People should be able to seek advice, to share experiences, to tell their stories. So we have groups that are topical so that people can come there and they can know that when I'm in this group, this is what I can expect. Okay? So these groups are intended to help generate organic reach and leads. So as you can already begin to imagine, Facebook groups require a lot of efforts to create and grow. It takes a lot of time. If you're not willing to invest time and to invest resources, because we are paying group moderators right now, and because the group requires a lot of creativity and effort, it's an investment. As you're building the group, you must be available at all times to answer questions, to provide the information, to monitor, to manage the group. It's time consuming, okay? One person may not be able to do this as your group is growing. But the rewards of all that hard labor from a Facebook group are far greater than rewards you can derive from Facebook page. That's if we exclude the reward from Facebook ads that you run on the page. Okay? So it's worth investing. So another thing is, if you looking for quick results, Facebook group is not something that you want to go into. Okay? Facebook group is a long-term investment. Okay? Some people it takes 2 years. We've had groups for a number of years. We haven't really focused on them. As we begin to focus on them, we're beginning to see the result. Okay? So be prepared to spend within the next, on average, 2 years, if you really do the right job, to spend, invest, and grow your group. All right? And like I said, I'm going to share some of the strategies, and I'll keep sharing on a regular basis, probably every week. I will be sharing some tips and ideas on how you can grow and generate engagement on Facebook through using your Facebook groups, okay? Now, how do you make a decision whether you want to launch a group or not, okay? You need to think about it. Now, if you consider your overall company budget, is Facebook a large portion of that annual marketing budget overall and on social media? If the answer is yes, then yes, go ahead and create a group, because it's worth the investment. But if the answer is no, because Facebook is not necessarily an ideal marketing platform for every business. For some businesses, it's not. But for some others, like our own business, it is. So once you answer that question, then you know that Facebook is the place to go. But if your marketing online is focused primarily on Google Ads, SEO, and stuff like that, then and maybe Facebook represents probably about 5% of your marketing budget online, then creating a Facebook a group is probably not a thing for you, okay? Because the investment required is not worth it if you already figured out that this is not where you're going to generate a lot of your business growth, okay? So except if you have more money and you want to pay people to do that for you, okay? So if your products and services and your industry are not compatible with marketing on Facebook, then you definitely don't want to go with Facebook group, okay? But if you're advertising on Facebook, then you need to build a community around those Facebook, so that the members are going to be asking questions. People will come from those ads, and sometimes, you know, you run an ad to promote your group on Facebook, okay? The same way you promote your page on Facebook. Invest more in promoting your group, okay? Turn your group into a place where people come to talk to each other and help each other, okay? Not just talk to you and you talk to them, but you have to facilitate the conversation, so that's what a community is all about. And turn your group into a place where knowledge is shared, experiences are shared. And like I said, every industry, you know, does not lend itself to that kind of approach. But like I said, on Maxfos Digital, this is a place that we are investing seriously. Okay, so to us, this is a long-term project. We have a budget for it. We're building a community. And our goal is, you have to have a goal. What's your goal? To reach 50,000 members in your group, to reach 100,000 members in your group. So I will be sharing strategies and techniques to help you learn how to grow your Facebook group. But in the meantime, know that once you create a Facebook group, either you hire somebody or you yourself must be able to take charge. You must be prepared to put in the effort. The value in the group will not be there if you don't put efforts into it. Let me repeat that. The value in the group will not be there if you don't put efforts into it. So now let me share a few strategies. How can you grow your Facebook group? First of all, optimize it. Okay, in another video, I talked about social media optimization, bringing SEO into your social media. First of all, the name. Make it a name that resonates with people. Include your primary keywords. Okay, so make it so it's easy when people are searching, so that your group can come up. Okay, now if your group is niche specific, for instance, if you're talking about young men or young women or women's group or whatever, lawyers or stuff like that, okay? So if that is necessary, then make it niche specific. Optimize the cover image. The cover image must communicate your brand message. Get your logo on it. Include your keywords and the text in the cover image. The cover photo itself must begin to attract people into the group. And then in the announcement tab, make sure that you have something that people who join the group for the first time are captivated by, and it grabs their attention. So you pin it at the top of the wall, and it can be a video in which you are explaining what this is all about, what the purpose of the group and the mission of the group is. Make them feel welcomed. Begin to encourage their engagement right up front. This is the first impression they're going to have. So include in your best message, your best announcement, so that new members can see it. Communicate your values in that welcome message. Let people know what your group is all about, what the rules are. If you're giving freebies or free content, you have giveaways, that's the place to announce it. And explain the ways through which people can access those free gifts. Give the first great first impression. So people can, after people read or watch the video or whatever it is, they should be able to say, this is a cool place to be. I like being here. I gain new knowledge already. I see an opportunity for me to develop myself. So people can recognize you. If you're the admin, you know, put a face on it, a little video, something like that, and speak to the new members. It's personal. It touches people. Give directions as to how to access resources in your group and how to carry themselves in the group. Another strategy, I think I already mentioned it before. In many groups, people don't have an opportunity to engage, to start a conversation. So don't put too many restrictions. Allow people to ask questions, to post their questions, to post their experiences, to tell their stories. Of course, you can set some rules that, about not promoting yourself in a certain way, but you have to allow people to talk. You're building a community. You need to allow people to start conversations. So rules such as don't promote yourself here, make sense, but do not stifle conversation, okay? And then another strategy is you yourself should engage with the audience. For instance, ask them questions. For instance, how many social media managers are in the group? Do we have in this group? How many website designers do we have in this group? How many real estate investors do we have in this group? You know, tell us what you do. Introduce yourself. Give them an opportunity to pitch themselves, their business, their ideas, their vision in a brief paragraph. Tell them to post a picture of themselves. Encourage them to post a little video in which they're presenting their own business. And then encourage the members of the group to interact, engage with that, respond to it. You yourself should be the first to respond to it. Tell us what you do. Introduce your business. Introduce yourself. Tell us your story. That's in your welcome message. People feel that over here, what I have to do, what I'm doing is valued. Okay? Every week, you as the admin can choose one of the active members and highlight them. Talk about them. Present them. Contact the person and say, give me your best picture or your best video or whatever. This week, I'm going to highlight your business. People will feel valued. People will begin to see that they are deriving value out of this group. This is not just a group that you came to sit and just help the owner of the group make money, but you're promoting them. Another strategy is you must respond to comment. When you ask people to engage with you or with one another, be ready to engage back with them. Don't be rude. Okay? Now, another strategy is be prepared to give out freebies, some free things like free training, you know, add value, give them value. Okay? So for instance, I can ask the question, would you like to increase your traffic to your website for free? Get our newest ebook, for instance. Get our newest, this video, something like that. Okay? So, invite one of the active members and do a video interview with the person. And then come and post it. Okay? And then put an announcement. If you want to be interviewed, comment below. And then contact me. And then when they comment below, come and comment back. And eventually, ask them if you can reach them in the inbox. And then send them a link that will lead them, take them maybe to a landing page where they put their name and their email address and about their business. Then you can return the call and you can discuss, you know, schedule, plan the interview. That will encourage the members of the group, okay? And you will be also able to identify some of the experts who can help you build the group. So when you publish an announcement and people respond, listen, engage with them, interact with them, okay? Another strategy, be real, tell your story. Stories allow people to connect with you and with one another, okay? Stories is something that is very personal. Talk about how you quit your job and then started this entrepreneur journey and some of maybe the difficulties that you've had along the way and how you overcame them and where you are today. Talk about your journey. Present your personal brand. That's not the time to talk about your business. How did you get into marketing? How did you get into hair product? How did you get into real estate investing? What have you always desired to do as a career growing up? And how did you get where you are? How much are you learning right now as an entrepreneur and growing personally, not just financially or as a business? So for instance, some of our employees, I encourage them to talk about why do they enjoy working at OnMax Source Digital or at Virtually OnMax. How do you like working remotely? What are your experiences so far? What is it like working from your house? How does the CEO of your company ensure the right culture? What is their commitment to your personal growth, for the company growth? You know, allow people to tell their story. Ask members to share some interesting facts about themselves. Do they like traveling? Do you like fishing? In addition to being an entrepreneur, what else do you like? Encourage them to talk about that. Those who love traveling, talk about it. Where have you been? Another strategy to facilitate the growth of the group is do Facebook Live, okay? Teach a new topic, a subject, or interview a group member in a Facebook Live, okay? Find a member that's active and find more about the member, and then pick those people inside of your groups and those experts and allow them to share something with the rest of the group. And when you do, you're planning to do a Facebook Live, announce it in advance and say something like, okay, listen, I'm going to do a Facebook Live on this topic. If people already know you as an expert, you know, they will be anticipating that, and then tell them, listen, if you would like to receive a free PDF transcript of the meeting, or if you would like to receive a free how-to, strategy document, after the meeting, leave your comment at the bottom of this announcement in the comment section, and then one of our team members will reach out to you, and that's an opportunity to go into the inbox, talk with them, and then give them a link to come, and then that's another opportunity to capture emails for your email list. You must become creative, okay, doing things like that. All right? So you can do this Facebook Live maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. It doesn't have to be totally complicated topic. You don't have to constantly just teach, okay? Because the algorithms will notice when many people are watching during live and even after the live. The algorithms will notice, okay? And then they will conclude, oh, your content is engaging. And the algorithm